Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm going to share with you today a technique to marble paper. Now there's a couple supplies you should get together before you start. I have cardstock, I have shaving cream, a ruler. You're going to need some paints. I like using primary colors. These are acrylics that I'm using today, but you can use tempera. I've also used food color. They're all messy in their own right. Food color stains your hands. Acrylic, you don't want to get it on your clothes, but it makes, I think, the sharpest marbling. And tempera is great if you're going to do it with the kids because it washes out the easiest. Okay, so I'm going to show you two techniques today. One of them will result in a marbling that looks like this, and the other one is going to be a swirly marbling that looks like this. And here's another version I did of it that's like this. So gather your supplies and let's go. Okay, you take your shaving cream. I would suggest pouring it into a cup just so you have control of it. Get some on your brush. You're going to be just brushing it on your piece of paper. Now notice I have a piece of paper underneath just because it's going to get messy, and I'm just trying to keep my workspace clean. So I'm just brushing on enough so that I have a nice, even shaving cream base that I'm going to be painting on. Okay, so every pattern that I like to do starts the same way. I start with little dots. I lay them just on top of the shaving cream. And what I like about using the acrylic paint is that the paint doesn't dilute too much in the shaving cream, and the patterns can stay sharper that you're working on. If you want to have more washy colors, you would use tempera paint or more diluted acrylic paint. I'm going to do just a bunch of dots. Now, the way I like to do my marbling when I'm controlling the pattern is I need to have a dot of color within about 1/4 inch from another dot. So I'm just going to quickly put the rest of my dots on. I'm going to use the tip of the paintbrush, and my pattern's going to go like this. I'm going to swirl my paintbrush through all the colors. I make sure it's like a dot to dot. I'm just going through all the dots, connecting my dots. Makes a nice pattern, as you can see. And when you use the sharp end of the paintbrush, it doesn't smear the colors so much as make sharper lines. Okay, I'm going to just go back like this. I'm going to wipe my paintbrush off. I've got a little extra paint. I'm just going to go back and forth until I finish my pattern. Okay, now you need a blank piece of paper. I'm using white cardstock because the paint saturates the paper and you don't want it to get wrinkly. You want it to be nice and flat. I'll lay this down right on top of that paper. You can use your hands just to kind of press it into place. And you're going to see why you want to have that extra piece of paper down. You're going to take a straight edge like a ruler. You're going to start from the center. You're going to squeeze out all that extra shaving cream. I'm going to do it over here as well. And now it's the reveal. So all the color stays on top of the shaving cream. So it's the top layer here that I'm peeling off. I'm just going to put the bottom aside. That is going to be where our marbled paper really is beautiful. Now I'm going to take this straight edge again, and I need to get rid of all of this extra to reveal the marbling. Just give it a good squeegee. I'm going to wipe off the extra. And there's a beautiful marbled paper. Okay, I'm going to show you a pattern now that is not linear, but very swirly. Again, same technique, shaving cream. The more even it is, the less you'll have to squish out, but you want to put enough so that it carries your color. I mean, the magic of the shaving cream is the color glides with it. I'm going to do the dots. You don't have to be exacting. They don't have to be lined up. They could be random. You could even spatter your colors if you want a less controlled. Okay, I'm going to go with the yellow. And what makes this different than just pulling a print is that the shaving cream allows your colors to swirl in a very liquid way. So everything is very, let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of all filled with motion. Instead of just pulling a print of the polka dots where the color would just be sitting still on the paper, I'm pulling a print of color that's moving. Okay, I'm going to use the sharp end again of the paintbrush, not the brush end. Okay, this time I'm going to swirl. I'm being sure to grab one color and then another color so that the colors interact with each other. I could do spirals or squiggles, but I'm just making sure to leave no dot alone. I want to contact every little bit of paint I have here. Notice I'm grabbing some color now with the tip of my paintbrush. I'm seeing areas of my paper that I just want to introduce a little more blue into some areas. Okay, that'll be good. I'm getting my piece of paper that's going to go over the top. Again, same thing. Put your hands together onto the paper to press it into place. You're going to take your ruler. Ooh, it squeezed out a lot that time. Go in the opposite direction. Okay. Again, I'm going to take the bottom piece away. And we're just going to be working with this piece. And now I'm going to just get rid of the extra shaving cream to reveal the marbling. And here is your piece of marbled paper, very different than the first one.